Hi there and welcome. I would love to share this video and information with you. And mainly the reason is because I am someone who's really intrigued by magical thinking or creative thinking or creative visualization. So therefore that's why I've been drawn towards vision boards, and the power of our thoughts and our emotions and our mind is a whole area of mindfulness, and that really intrigues me. And for many people that I have worked with over time that have been extraordinarily successful and well off in terms of money, health, etc., have had this ability to do this naturally from a really early age. And that's one thing that has really stood out to me whenever I have met hugely successful entrepreneurs and business people. So what I want to do is share with you a vision board that I created, which I call it my life lesson vision board. And here it is. I fell in love with this vision board. I'm just going to move the camera ever so slightly. And so this vision board had the essence of so many things that I really wanted. I had created a vision board, I had been journaling, I had been meditating, creatively visualizing, I had been working with the laws of attraction to manifest myself into a job. I was in that job and I realized that there was stuff that was still missing from my life. I was feeling a little bit tired, a little bit burnt out, and I wanted to bring in the essence of something different into my life, adding to my life. So I created this vision board, and we have forever and ever in the center. This was actually a couple who were in love, and they were in an embrace. You have a married couple walking into a home together. Well, the irony of that is I actually was waiting on a divorce at the time, and I wasn't actually ready for any kind of commitment or marriage because I was still very brokenhearted. But I wanted to create the essence of the healing to enable myself to see marriage as something different than what I had thought of it at that time. I have a beautiful couch, flowers. These are actually delphiniums and foxgloves in this painting. Lovely sash windows, cottagey type windows, flowers, foxgloves, daisies, bluebells, lilies, and loads of red poppies. Beautiful stripy cat here, white kind of cottage kitchen, farmhouse kitchen, and polytunnel type of garden area, beautiful color of green. So what happened was I created this vision board. I was so in love with it. I took photographs of it. I looked at my phone every, in my photo albums of my phone, several times a day. And I was so in love with the colors. I felt so excited about it. Um, and that I put it up where whenever I walked into the room, I'd have that wow factor. And what I started to notice that so many of the colors and the essence of what was on this vision board was already present in my life, but it was about to grow. And I really believed that I would get everything that was on this vision board. So what actually happened was within a week I was given notice. I was made redundant from my job. I had to give back my company vehicle, and my landlord served me notice on the house that I was renting. So I had nowhere to live, no job, no income, no vehicle, and I had 6 weeks to move house. So I managed to find a really beautiful little cottage. There's a completely different story about that. The cottage was called Fox Cottage here in Ireland in County Meath, and I moved into that. It's quite shaded in terms of there's really high mature trees all the way around it, so the sunlight is very limited in the cottage. And I was moving from a house which was really bright, really open, modern, warm, insulated, into a cottage which was really old, 180 years old, with sash windows, with doors and windows painted this colour, with a neighbour's dog who used to walk up and escape from their yard and come and visit me and eat the food that I left outside for the cats. Within a week of moving into the cottage, I was given all of these seeds and I created a cottage garden with beautiful red poppies. I had a lovely feral stripy cat that came to visit me. Chickens, I got chickens, loved my chickens so much. The kitchen in the cottage was actually a really pokey, tiny version of this kitchen, but it was a cream kitchen with these door handles, exact same door handles. It had a polytunnel and a garden. There's also a beautiful picnic table. outside, and I was given that, I actually was given that tablecloth, so I had exactly the same colours in the tablecloth, and all of the essence of all of this actually multiplied. So I had ingredients of it in my life and was in love with the vision board, and then all of the essence actually came in a much more powerful way. But for me, that meant massive disruption, and basically it meant that I had to move home. It really made me feel side blinded. I had to rethink my life and my job and my role, because I had spent so much time working. I really identified with my role, instead of really identifying with who I am and what I was here to do on the earth. And then the other thing that happened was I was really angry about it. And I wanted to show you that vision board because you can create something and in the essence of it that you really want, and then when you get it, that it takes a little bit of work to actually embrace and accept that energy and really see it that you have actually asked for this to come into your life. So what happened after that was I made a second vision board, probably about a year or so after that. And the essence of this vision board, again, I've created so much of the essence of that in my life. I already have manifested this into my life. But overall, there's a second video which I'll show you later on in the presentation about this vision board, and I'll tell you the story and the effects of this vision board. But overall, what I wanted to share is that when I made that vision board, that really changed my life, and I felt quite unstable. There's quite a lot of negative thoughts and emotions and anger around it. I don't wish for you to feel afraid of creating a vision board, because that was how I reacted on a personal level to the really big changes in my life. But within 6 months, I had actually really settled into the cottage, settled into the neighbourhood. I was doing other things that were really exciting and interesting, and I met someone who it turns out to be someone who's really special for me in my life, a really important person in my life. And further back in time, when I was further back in time, in fact, it is exactly 19 years ago, I first came to this area that I live in as a visitor, and I stopped and I visited the Hill of Tara. I live in County Meath in Ireland, and I visited the Hill of Tara, and I remember walking up onto the Hill of Tara going, I don't know what this place is all about, but there's something amazing about it. This is really special place. And I could feel the energy of it. I could feel that it was really special. And I had this sense of belonging, this sense of feeling that I needed to be in this area. And I was meeting with a friend that day that I visited the Hill of Tara. And what I did was, over the course of a few years, we actually used to share our dreams about where we wanted to live. And I always wanted to plant trees. I always wanted to be somewhere where I was immersed in nature. And at the time, I was living in the city, in a nice area in the city where there was trees and a little forest beside me. But I really needed to be in nature. I really needed, as a person, as an individual, to be somewhere even reclusive. And that was really appealing to me. And where I live at the moment is a very much a land-based area. I live in a forest, and I'm surrounded by nature, surrounded by trees, surrounded by wildlife, and it's really beautiful. And so when I was in my corporate job and I was getting burnt out and I wanted to create something better, and I created this vision board, this life lesson vision board, even though I got into a bad mood, I got quite negative, and I had all sorts of emotions, that was catapulting me out of where I was and bringing me to the forest, bringing me to the place that I had really wanted over 19 years ago. Sorry, that's my dogs. So I hope that has given you some insight into how vision boards and the power of your mind, the power of your thoughts and your emotions and your creative visualization can actually really bring about a big shift in your energy field and a big shift in your life. I've settled into the energy of this space. I've settled into the energy of that vision board. That vision board is very much in alignment with my values and my beliefs. And that's something else that we can talk about further on and later on in various other coaching classes and various other workshops. But it's so important that when you're creating your vision board, that you also know that it's in an alignment with your values, with your beliefs, with your needs. You know what your wants are and your wishes are. Thank you. Bye for now. Enjoy the presentation.